In this question, we're given a table, and they want us to complete the table. So the first thing you need to do when you see tables like this is make sure you know what the x values are increasing by each time. Because sometimes it'll increase by 1, by 2, by 3. Sometimes the table won't be consistent. But in this case, they are increasing it by 2 every time. So now we figure out what's happening with y, and we can see we're subtracting 3 each time. So since x is continually increasing by 2, that means to fill these in, we're still going to subtract 3. So that would be 21, and that would be 18. So we have completed the table. Part A done, right? Okay. Now, for B, they're saying, what is the rate of change, including units? Remember, rate of change, or slope, is given for how much y changes every time x changes 1. Now, we know that in this case that the rate of change is y is changing -3 for every time x is changing 2, right? So the slope in this case is -3/2. Normally on tables, when the top, the x's are increasing by 1, you could just circle this and say that's the slope because it would be -3/1. But in this case, x is changing by 2, so it's -3/2 is the slope. And they want units, right? So for B, it would be -3, which again is y, centimeters. And I'm just looking here, right? Oh, per day, right? -3 centimeters per 2 days is the slope. And for C, it says write an equation to represent the height of the water after any number of days. Okay, so an important element in a table is when x is 0. So we have 30 when x is 0, and that is the y-intercept, the b, right? When I think of an equation in the form y equals mx plus b, the 0th term is the b, right? So I have b as 30, and I calculated the slope for the second part of the question, so I can just write the equation. Y equals m, which is the slope, -3/2 x plus b, which is 30. And there is my equation based on the table.